Have you ever bolted awake, heart racing, with no clue why? Something yanked you from sleep, sharp and sudden, like a string snapping inside your skull. What was it? A sound, a dream, or something deeper we can't name? We spend a third of our lives asleep, lost in a world we barely grasp, yet these jolts rip us back to reality. Today, we're chasing the sparks that ignite a sleeping mind awake, from the obvious to the uncanny. Ready to unravel what flips the switch? So what flips that switch, turning a sleeping brain into a wide-eyed one in a blink? It's a puzzle science wrestles with, because sleep's a fragile dance we don't fully choreograph. A loud bang might do it, sure, your brain's wired to jump at threats. But what about those times there's no noise, no light, just a jolt from nowhere? That's where it gets slippery, and the questions stack up fast. Neuroscience says your brain's always on guard, even in sleep. A part called the amygdala plays sentry. It scans for danger, ready to scream wake up if a twig snaps outside. Makes sense for survival, right? Loud sounds or sudden shakes fit the bill. But then there's the weird stuff, a whisper in a dream, a falling sensation, or nothing at all. Ever woken up feeling watched, with no one there? Or snapped out of sleep like you forgot something huge? Science shrugs at that. It's not all about volume or obvious cues. Dreams might hold the key, those wild stories your mind spins in the dark. Some say a nightmare's peak, like a monster lunging, can kick you awake, heart pounding. But not every jolt comes with fangs or a plot twist. Hypnic jerks, those random twitches as you drift off, sometimes yank you back. Your brain misfires, thinks you're falling. Odd, right? And what about the quiet ones? No twitch, no dream, just a sudden click into awareness. That's the real head-scratcher. It hints at something beyond the lab's reach. Psychologists dig into stress. Maybe your mind's simmering on a fight or a deadline, then bam, it boils over. Ever woken up solving a problem you didn't know you had? It's like your brain's working overtime, even in sleep. But that doesn't cover the gut punch awakenings, the ones that feel primal, not logical. Instinct might be lurking there, some ancient alarm we've forgotten how to hear. And then there's the spooky side, tales of people waking at the exact moment a loved one's in trouble, miles away. Science scoffs, calls it coincidence, but it nags at us. Could the mind pick up signals we don't measure? Or is it just noise in the data, a fluke we dress up as mystery? That's the tug-of war, hard facts versus the stuff that makes your skin crawl. Let's stitch this up. Sudden awakenings aren't random. They're threads in a messy tapestry of brain, body, and maybe more. Start with the obvious. Noise hits your ears, your auditory cortex lights up, and the amygdala yells threat. Makes sense. Evolution tuned us to leap at a lion's roar. Same goes for touch. A shake or a cold breeze can do it. That's the easy stuff, the body's basic wiring at work. But dig deeper. Dreams aren't just noise, they're the mind's playground, and they can pack a punch. Falling dream spikes adrenaline, your brain thinks it's real, and you're awake, gasping. Nightmares amplify that, a chase or a scream in your head mimics danger. Studies show REM sleep, when dreams peak, ties to these jolts. It's like your brain's testing fight or flight, even while you're out cold. Then there's the hypnic jerk. You're half asleep, muscles twitch, and your brain panics, thinks you're tumbling off a cliff. Neurologists say it's a glitch as sleep takes over, your motor system hiccups. Weirdly common, too, most of us get them. But it's not the full story. What about those silent wake-ups? No dream, no twitch, just eyes open, heart thumping. That's where instinct kicks in. The reticular activating system, your brain's on switch, might fire without a clear cue. Stress hormones like cortisol could nudge it. Your body's simmering, then pops. Ever woken up before your alarm, right on time? That's your internal clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, whispering wake up. It's precise, uncanny, baked into our biology. But the wild card's the unconscious. Freud thought it hoards secrets, bubbling up when we least expect. A buried worry, a half-heard sound, a flicker of intuition. Any could trip the wire. Jung went further. He saw a collective unconscious, shared instincts linking us all. Could that explain waking when someone's in danger far away? Science says no proof, but the stories linger. And don't sleep on the body. Low blood sugar, a racing heart, even digestion can jolt you awake. Sleep apnea is a big one. Your breath stops, your brain screams oxygen. It's raw physiology, not mystery. Yet the quiet ones defy that. No gasp, no growl, just a snap to now. That's where the brain's black box taunts us. We've got clues, not answers. I've woken up gasping, no dream, no noise, just a thud in my chest like something grabbed me. Happens too often. I'll be deep in sleep, then bam, eyes wide, room still. Ever get that? My phone's buzz can do it, sure, but the weird ones stick with me. What's pulling me out? A deadline I forgot, or something older, buried? It's 2025, and we're surrounded by triggers, alarms, notifications, life's hum. But those silent jolts feel personal, like my brain's talking in code I can't crack. You've had it too, right? That moment you wake, sure something's off, but it's just you and the dark. I wonder if it's my mind rehearsing for something big, or just misfiring in the night. What wakes you up out of nowhere? A dream, a noise, or something you can't pin down? Ever jolted awake feeling it's more than chance? Tell me below. What's the weirdest trigger you've had? I'm curious, let's swap stories. Like if this got you thinking, subscribe for more mind-bending dives.